What's up and welcome back to
Yo!
Today we wanted to do a little bit of talking about Pokemon Sun and Moon, our thoughts on it, what's
There's lots of
new.
things to say about it.
Yeah, what's new, what we think is good.
I feel, let me interrupt you. I feel like with this installment of the Pokemon series, I think they're it seems like every 2 weeks or 3 weeks, they're telling
Leakage?
something new. They're straight squeezing the tit of Pokemon. Milk's coming out of new
Miltank?
Yeah, squeezing Miltank's titty
Yeah.
and just plopping out new, I can't remember exactly, but average when a new game comes out, they go a new series game, when the new, let's say Madden, the guy can spin around twice this time,
Yeah.
or and that's it. They just do it one time. But I feel like they're just saying they can do this and this and this.
What, with Pokemon?
Yeah.
Good or bad, though?
Everything so far has been good.
Okay, so let's start from the top, though. Pokemon Sun and Moon. What do we got here? New Pokemon. So there's been a bunch of new Pokemon introduced. You got the new starters, which we'll go into in just a bit. Are there any? What's the one that's like the Ghost Pikachu kind of? That's
Mimikyu.
Something like that.
It's a ghost with a sheet over with Pikachu on it.
So it's like a Pokemon that wants to look like Pikachu, so it could be loved like Pikachu. That's how I understand it.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Because everybody loves Pikachu.
That's pretty good.
Are there any other noticeable new Pokemon that you want to throw out there?
I like the little bear with a dick on its ass.
I have not seen that one.
It's its tail, but it looks like a penis.
Okay. Maybe they had a little bit suggestive right there.
But no, they're all decent. Nothing's really making me
So it looks like maybe 30-ish Pokemon of the newer ones have been released. You could just search that anywhere. They'll give you these 30 new ones. I'm sure there's pictures of everything.
What's that good website called? Cerebi?
Cerebi, yeah.
They've been a Pokemon site for years, and they always have really good. I always like their website because it's real basic. It's not too it's they look that green plain it looks old.
Like a wiki on Pokemon just.
Yeah.
Now what about this next article? Gameplay changes. The player's character's proportions have been improved to appear more realistic, accurately showing Pokemon to scale during battles.
Yeah.
Nice, right?
Yeah, I like that.
Now you don't have this huge Pidgey.
Yeah, the thing is, going to Pokemon scales, if you look into the Pokédex entries.
Yeah.
Okay, Salamence.
The dragon.
Okay, Salamence and Dunsparce. Are you familiar with both of those?
Dunsparce, I thought.
Dunsparce, or whatever.
Dunsparce, yeah.
Are you familiar with both of those?
Yeah.
The little yellow. Okay, if you don't know, Salamence is a big blue dragon guy.
Yeah.
And Dunsparce, or whatever, is a little yellow
bug thing. Am I thinking of the right one?
Yeah, it's a little I don't even know. It's
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll post a picture of both.
It's a snake.
Slug.
If you look at
Okay, yeah, land snake.
If you look at their stats, actually, while you're here, just type in Salamence too.
4'11".
Just type in Salamence and
Oh yeah, I like that Dunsparce.
And just type in both of them. Then just do Google images or that. They are the same size.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel that's... Oh, God.
Realistic or not realistic?
It's not realistic. Or, for example, Charizard's Dex entry is... Charizard's 5'7".
Mm-hmm.
And in the show, Charizard is, compared to Ash, is, huge.
9-10 feet, yeah, really big.
And Ash is 10 years old.
Yeah.
So how tall do you think he is? 4 foot tall, maybe?
Yeah, around that.
So it's I feel maybe they just didn't go into the whole, they made these sizes and really didn't think about it. They just kind of made it you would think the big you think of dragon, you think big.
Mm-hmm.
You think a little snake, you think small.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is kind of weird. I never knew about that, but that's really
so. I
interesting.
hope in that they actually make when Dunsparce comes out on the thing. If you're fighting Dunsparce versus Salamence in that game, they gotta be the same fucking size. Boom.
That's what they're saying right here. So
well,
maybe they're not going to put them in this game because they don't want.
They don't want that controversy.
Yeah. All right, Battle Royale. The Battle Royale is a new multiplayer mode that pits 4 different players all against each other in one big battle. Each player chooses 3 Pokemon and sends out 1 Pokemon at a time. If one player runs out of Pokemon, the battle is over and the winner is decided based on a point system.
It's pretty cool. I feel like what's gonna happen in the game when I guarantee I'm gonna guess how they're gonna introduce it if they already haven't, because I don't know if they have.
Lay it on me.
In X and Y, you know how you had kind of a rival, but then you had your whole group of friends.
Okay.
You remember X and Y?
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have a group of friends at the island.
3 other friends that you.
Yeah, and then you have
your rival friends.
let's do Battle Royale.
Is that like verbatim how they're gonna
Yeah.
say it?
And
I
then
like
they're
it.
gonna be like, pick your 3 Pokemon.
Yeah. No, you don't. Oh yeah, I guess you would have to.
I guarantee you that's what it's gonna be.
Yeah, maybe. That's interesting that you say that because I do remember X and Y, all your little friends
Yeah.
running around and all that. That's kind of cool. We'll see what happens. It says the QR scanner. This is a new feature enables players to scan QR codes either to register Pokemon in their Pokedex or to receive that Pokemon within the game.
What? Click on that.
We know the mythical Pokemon Magerna can be obtained this way. This was announced before Sun
Wait,
and Moon were
let me
announced.
see a picture of this real quick.
Yeah, don't you remember that?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I know who that is.
So maybe
That's Steel Fairy though. That's gonna be so OP.
Maybe, but so this might come with a QR code or something. Who really knows? That's kind of cool. I mean that's better because I hate typing in the codes and like on the GameStop cards they're kind of weird.
Stand typing in codes.
Give us like the
Want me to
cameras on there.
Scan it.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what they're saying. So hopefully, Rotom Pokedex, Professor Kukwai. How do you say that? I don't even know.
Professor Quackwa?
Quackwa gives the player a very special and rare Pokédex inhabited by a Rotom, an electric and ghost type Pokemon known to possess certain appliances. That's an interesting.
Well, he changes from like a washing machine to lawnmower.
Oh, okay, I see what they're going with there. This Pokédex has a personality of its own and will do much more to help players besides recording information about Pokemon.
That sounds.
So the Pokédex is look at it. Looks kind of like in this picture. He's pointing in a certain direction. You're looking for this Pokemon. It might be in that direction. So maybe it might even
Man,
help.
you're very smart. Never would have thought of that.
Yeah, I don't know.
I thought this made want to look like make him look like a star because like stars are cool.
No, it looks like he's well. They're both pointing in that direction, so they're
See,
like,
that's
hey.
why. That's where people have different minds.
There you go. Changes in battle interface. Many new features have been added to the battle interface to simplify mechanics and help trainers during fast-paced battles. Moves now include a small eye icon.
Yes, this is kind of cool.
The player can click to display the attack description without leaving the battle screen. Yeah, that is very cool because
Especially,
hopefully there are new moves that we don't know what it is, which will. be
No,
cool.
I feel like that's like really. I feel like
Oh wait, this is even better. If an opponent Pokemon has been registered in your Pokedex, your active Pokemon's damage-dealing moves will be labeled as super effective, effective, not very effective, or not effective.
if the opponent has a.
So if you have caught that Pokemon, I guess it'll now say in your moveset, this move's gonna be super effective, not very effective, and everything.
So you know before you pick it.
Yeah,
God damn, that's pretty cool.
that is cool.
God damn.
I don't know if that makes it too easy now. You're like, finding
Yeah,
somebody
but I mean, it's like
spams
if you've been in the game this long, you should already know.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
And I think it. I don't know. It's like sometimes it's hard to remember everything.
No, I don't disagree with that at all. That is pretty cool. So 3 new starter Pokemon will appear in Sun and Moon. These were revealed back in May 10th, 2016, that's like 3 months ago already.
Who you
Time
picking?
flies. Well, you got Rowlet, grass and flying type, which is like the little owl ball.
Who you picking?
Litten, a fire type. Popilio, water type.
Who you picking?
I'm thinking Litten, the fire type.
Picking Litten?
Yeah.
I think this might be the first time I'm gonna pick the grass.
Well, did you see the final evolutions I thought I sent you? So supposedly
Yeah.
the final evolutions were leaked, and this Rowlet
That's
turned
probably-
into this
that's-
owl with like he's an archer and his like
Yeah,
wings out and he's got arrows or something. That's kind of cool.
I feel like that's not real.
There's been other confirmed things in that photo, which is why people lead it to believe that it's true. Like if some of the Pokemon and things in there are slowly being confirmed, they think that those will be too. Litten, I wasn't impressed with like its final evolution. They shown the leaked one is like a big rustler kind of thing. That's whatever.
WrestleCat?
Yeah, Popilio, however you say it. Like this female.
Like seal. Circus seal.
Yeah, it's kind of like whatever that mythical story is where you're like traveling on the boat and they see that these women are there and they're like all beautiful. I forget what the exact name
Those
of it
are
is.
called
Like this
Sirens?
Yeah, that's exactly what it
Yeah.
is. So that's what it's supposed to be. This
Yeah, the Iliad.
the Iliad.
Yeah.
Yes, good job there. Okay, so those are the starter Pokemons. You impressed with them for the most part this generation?
All right.
Yeah,
Nothing's gonna beat the original 3, man.
that's true. But I mean, how many? For them, what generation is this?
8.
8. That's what I thought too. These are not too bad at all.
No, that's fine.
And they grow on you the more you see them. Legendary. So far, 3 legendary Pokemon have been revealed. So Galio, I believe, the fire. He looks fire. He's actually the psychic and steel type Pokemon.
Yeah, which is kind of weird.
Cool. Lunalga, I think.
Luna.
That's a tongue twister right there.
there.
But that is the. I think we gotta go lower here. Is a psychic and ghost type Pokemon. Kind of cool too. And then we have Margiria.
Magnura.
I know these words. We need to become more familiar with them the more we hear them.
Oh boy.
3 legendaries so far. good for the most part. You get Sun or Moon for the legendary at launch.
I'm
You know you're getting both, but which one are you going to play first?
Both. I'll play Sun. I mean,
Play Moon first?
I like Moon better.
Yeah, I do like the Moon Pokemon better too.
Yeah.
They should have really thrown in this third one just as like a wild card.
3 Pokemon games.
No, not even. It's just both of them. You can get it, but you need to complete the Pokédex and then do the special stuff that we don't know. You find this rare third Pokemon that's a legendary. That'd be cool. Mewtwo.
That's why they make Sun and Moon and
Something with fog. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
what's Sun and Moon? What's the third? What would be the third thing? Like
Black Holy, I don't know. Something.
'Cause you got, like,
well, the Star would be like a knockoff.
like Ruby,
Sapphire, and Emerald.
Yeah, Diamond, Pearl, Platinum. So what would be Sun, Moon,
Yeah, I really don't know.
Space?
Planet. Not none of those.
No, that's stupid.
Location. So this game is based on it looks like a bunch of tropical islands. Yeah, tropical region of Alola. Is that how you even say it?
Alola.
Inspired by Hawaii. So that's, I don't know, I really like that environment too. It reminds me back in the days of the old tropical island Pokemon cards, which I always say are my favorite. You got like Slowking, these beautiful colors, all that kind of good stuff.
Oh,
Slowking better be in this game. I mean, you can bring him in no
good.
matter what,
I mean,
though.
you can bring him in. Slowking's cool, but he's not that good.
Doesn't matter. It's all about looks. New game mechanics and features. The Island Challenge. The Island Challenge is about proving yourself as the strongest trainer, becoming the Island Challenge champion. The new mechanism is taking place of the usual gym battle and includes a plethora of new challenges.
I don't know if I like that.
Sure, why not? It's going to be the same thing.
Yeah,
Just
you're right.
like, so on each island, there's a trial captain who specializes in a type of Pokemon.
Is there
and
gonna
will
be
test
8
the player's
islands?
skill in their own, I would assume so, in their own unique manner. When they say own unique manner, I'm sure that means they're going to be different types, each of these,
Yeah.
and so once passing this trial, the player will be able to battle the Totem Pokemon. Now, this is where it's different. This Totem Pokemon is especially strong native Pokemon with the ability to call on Pokemon to help in the midst of battle. In the recent trailer, Gumshoes, I think that's how you say it, is shown as the Totem Pokemon. Once this Pokemon is defeated, the player will be able to challenge the Island Kahuna to prove his or her
The big Kahuna!
prowess and earn the right move on to the next island, or the right to move on to the next island. So it seems like you're gonna fight some trainers. Then you're
Big
gonna
Kahuna
fight,
burger.
yes. So you're gonna fight some trainers, and then you're gonna fight this Pokemon. Which, what was it called again? Totem Pokemon, which is gonna be a really strong Pokemon, and then you're actually gonna fight the Big Kahuna. Just sounds like another gym, and they're like trying to do a little bit something different with the gym. Same thing, you know.
Kind of a little separate, like like you fight the karate guy, and then you can pick like Hitmonlee or Hitmonchan, like a side gym thing.
And then you're fighting Hitmonchop as a Totem Pokemon.
Yeah.
Hitmontop, Chop. Regional variants. Here's what I want to know. Back in the day, Vulpix and Sandshrew, were they both Pokemon Red, or was Vulpix blue, Sandshrew's red? I feel
they were version
specific. I know.
Yeah.
Do you remember it all?
I don't remember. Do red and blue
I just remember. I don't know if they were both. I don't think it has
Let's
any.
do red.
Well, Arcanine was the other one.
He's typing red and blue
Specific Pokemon.
Yeah.
So you want to like explain what the Aloha forms are while I look this up?
Aloha forms, it's like, so like you have like, so far they've only announced Gen 1 Pokemon, but it's like, I guess if you're on a specific island, they have like a specific.
Wait, so just throwing it out there, these are all exclusive to blue.
Ooh.
In the US and
green
green
if
in
you're in
Japan.
Japan.
Yeah.
So Aloha versions like certain Pokemon on the island that you're on, maybe a certain one.
The regional variants.
You have to like, it's like a special version.
Mhm.
Like they look different. Their type changes.
Mm-hmm. So far, 5 regional variants have been announced for Sandshrew, Sandslash, Vulpix, Ninetales, and Execure. So you have Vulpix
No, there's
is
more.
now.
They did Meowth.
Oh yeah, Meowth, Raichu. This just has been updated. What I'm
Yeah.
looking at.
Oh.
Wait, who else? Meowth, Raichu. I feel like there were 3. Raichu surfing on his tail. Everybody's loving that.
Meowth, Raichu, and what else? I need to know. You gotta look it up. We got the power of the computer right here. We gotta do it.
Aloha, right? Yeah, Pokemon. So, yeah, who knows? But so now the Vulpix, which normally was Fire type, is now Ice and Fairy. Same with the Ninetales.
Isn't he telling him his daily spot?
I think this is telling us the island, not the new like Pokemon. Yeah, I shouldn't have clicked on that one. Just a bunch of moves.
It's
When
like-
when was this stuff leaked? Like a few days ago?
Just type in forms.
Well, here, I'm going to do this. Past week. See what news articles. More original Pokemon right here.
Yeah, I'm sure this will probably tell us.
So the Sandshrew Sandslash is now
They look cool. I like it.
Ice and Steel.
I like it quite a bit.
Meowth. What about the Sandcastle Pokemon? That's something else right there. Oh, Marowak.
Oh yeah, that one looks really cool.
Fire Ghost type. That's going to be really cool. Meowth is Dark type. And what was Raichu? Corcoran. All right, here. Fairy something, but no, it's not Fairy. Because I wanted it to be Fairy, and then I remember that's what it was.
Oh, there's see.
Oh, the bears. Yeah,
He's
the
got-
new
he's got a
bears.
little- yeah.
And then so the Execure has the huge.
I love the Executor. The big long neck.
Yeah, big
I
long neck.
love it.
It's got to be a reason. Whatever. All right,
It's like
Z
a
moves.
giraffe.
Yes, that's pretty good. So Z moves. This is an entirely new battle mechanic that can be used once per battle. To use a Z move, a trainer must have the Z ring, which is
Kinda
worn
like
on
Mega
the arm.
Evolve.
Yeah, and the Z crystal is set into it. They're making the whole Z ring as like a physical thing you could buy.
Yeah.
If a Pokemon is holding the same type of Z crystal, the two will resonate in each other, allowing the Pokemon to pull off an incredibly powerful attack. These Z crystals are found all over Alola. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, it's like kind of like Mega Evolution. Their new twist on it. I'm sure like it's probably like a one-hit kill.
Yeah, Gigavolt Havoc for Electric, Grass's Bloom, Doom, Fire, Inferno, Overdrive. That's some strong words right there. Water, Hydro, Vortex. It's pretty cool. I don't know if it's making the game almost too easy. That's the only thing I'm
I feel
afraid
X
of.
and Y was very easy.
That's what I mean.
Still fun.
I'm afraid of this watering, a lot of these mechanics watering it down to be too easy, where it's like now it's showing you this move's going to be super effective. Here's these Z moves. Here's an experience share right off the bat that I like experience shares a lot though. So Pokéride. This is a concept similar to the Eon Flute in Pokemon Omega Ruby and Sapphire, which is used to call Latios or Latias to fly on. Now players will be able to call on a variety of Pokemon not in their party in order to get around through the Skyland and see. It's the same thing, just now you have different Pokemon, it seems like.
And you can actually see what they look like.
Yeah, so this one they're riding
That's
Charizard.
pretty cool. 'Cause I mean,
Sharpedo in the sea. Okay, so now you could do it in the sea too. This is actually exactly what I've been wanting, because what I get out of
Yeah.
this is it's like, why do I have to teach these 8 gems to all these Pokemon and waste these move slots? Now it's like, use this to call Charizard to do this. Sharpedo can maybe do all this in the sea. Tauros and Mudsdale on the land. That's pretty cool.
Now, let's go back.
Right here, this new feature will make it unnecessary to always have a Pokemon with the HM Surf and Fly in your party. That's a good start. I wish one was able to cut. Why do you want to teach your Pokemon cut? You know what I mean?
You gotta do the HM or was it Farfetch'd?
Something like that.
Let's go back to the easy thing real quick before we go to the next thing.
Z-Ring, you mean?
No, that how X and Y and potentially this
easy.
game
Yeah.
is gonna be too easy. Okay, easy. Okay, it's still a good game. It is a little easy and it's a little bit disappointing, but I kind of like it because it's not. It's still at its core. It's still the same kind of Pokemon game, X and
Yeah.
Y. When you were a kid, you had all the time in the world to grind and level up,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like a lot. And then they can go in this easy can help little kids because you give a
them
little
into
you
it.
give a little kid Pokemon Red now, they'd be like,
Yeah, what?
Where's the Angry Birds at? Where are all Angry Birds?
That's good.
So it's easier for them, but it's easier for us because it speeds it up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't got enough time. I don't got as much disposable time to play games.
Sounds like No Man's Sky syndrome. Let's just make it easy. Do what you want to do.
I don't have enough time to play, like, literally, like, run through the grass for 2 hours just to level up my Pokemon.
Well, don't
levels.
worry. Your Rotom Pokedex is going to point you want this Pokemon.
Yeah, so it's
There it is.
it's maybe like, I don't know. Do you agree with that, though?
I think I'd rather have it be tough.
Nah,
I don't know.
I don't got time for
I'd
that.
rather sit down and, like, tactically play through this, but either way, I'm going to play it, so who cares? Hyper Training. Each Pokemon has a hidden set of stats called IVs, which is it's been in, like, all the Pokemon games recently. For the
No,
most part.
EVs.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
Well, EVs is the one that you
That's what I was saying.
that's kind of like a fan, not like a fan made. It's like it actually works, but like not like starting an X and Y. It's like physically shown, but before you literally had to like do it by pen and paper.
Oh, okay. So each Pokemon has a hidden set of stats called individual values or IVs, part of what makes every Pokemon unique. There's been no way to alter these stats until now with Hyper Training. Now that legendary Pokemon with less than optimal IVs and those elusive shiny Pokemon caught in the wild can be trained once they reach level 100, making them viable in competition, in the competition scene filled with perfectly bred Pokemon. So I guess this is just like tweaking them and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty cool. It's like end game content, which is what it kind of needed.
You
you're gonna play
level up
competitive.
that Mewtwo to level 100, man. Just keep going.
I like it. New global link features. New features are being added to the Pokemon Global Link, the website that connects players around the world to host competitions. Friendly competitions will allow players to host competitions themselves and customize their own regulations, entering online with online competitions or in person with live competitions. That's pretty cool, I guess.
Yeah.
So if you have a bunch of friends, you're doing that kind of stuff. We talked about Battle Royale.
Wait, go up.
Whoa.
As of October 2016.
The Pokemon Global Link will end its services for
So you can't
Ruby,
battle
Sapphire,
anymore
X,
on those
and Y.
games?
I have no idea. They just want you to transfer all your Pokemon in the bank. Now let's just focus on Sun and Moon.
I mean, I'm going to do that.
That's probably why they don't want to spend the money or do what they got to do on that servers. Who knows?
Keep all that running good.
So then we got
Battery all already went over.
QR scanner. Road on Pokedex
Yeah.
went over. Changes in the battle interface, we kind of
We
went
did
over
that.
that. Yeah, with the moves telling you what's super effective and all that kind of stuff.
I think
So what
that's
else?
everything.
Yeah, what's been recent though? Anything else like recently pop up?
No, I think that's everything.
Okay, so bottom line, what are your thoughts on this?
Bottom line, it's top of the line.
Top
Cream
of
of
the
the
line.
It's going to be good.
Creme of the creme?
Creme de creme.
No, I think it's good too. A few months it'll come out.
That's
Another
a
good
that's a
Pokemon
that's a
play.
midnight Walmart purchase. Go
Well,
to
actually,
Walmart.
mine was the Amazon double pack purchase. Steel case, you get them both in there.
For how much?
79 maybe.
No,
If you're Prime, then you get 20% off that. So
I'm just gonna
That'd be
go to
good.
Walmart at midnight and be like, "Hey, do you have the new Pokemon game?" They'd be like, "Huh? What's a Pokemon?"
Is that how they do it?
No, actually, they won't. I got a guy. I got
got
a
a
guy
guy?
at Walmart.
Does he bring down the ladder too if you need something high up
No,
at
he's
night?
great. His name's Harold, and he's really cool.
Yeah.
And every time I go in there, he's very helpful. Goes in the back, grabs it for me.
Mhm.
In the past, the person I just described was someone, but ever since I met Harold, I go in there. He goes, "What game's coming out tonight, dude?" And he goes, "I'm like, oh, Fire Emblem or whatever." And they go,
And he gets it.
he goes, "Well, what's that all about? Is that the new cool thing?" And I'd be like, "Yeah." And he goes,
How
"Oh,
old is Harold? Ballpark.
72."
Nice.
But if you met him, you would think he's 20 years younger.
Mid-20s.
No, he's a really nice guy. And he's great.
Closing thoughts. I want to throw this out though. Nothing about amiibos,
I don't want
which
them.
is a little. It's a little bit weird.
I don't want them to.
What every Nintendo game coming out, no matter what it is, for especially if you want to think.
I don't want it.
If you want to think 3DS, so you got your Fire Emblems. All right, here's your Fire Emblem amiibos. You got your Chibi Robo. Here's a Chibi Robo. Kirby. You got your Kirby amiibo.
You already got your Pokemon.
But that's what I'm saying. It's a little bit odd that every game's been coming out, and this is like a core one where you could throw these Pokemon amiibos out. You'd buy every single one. It would be nuts. It'd be like amiibos all over again. Everybody wants all these Pokemon. There's gonna be 1,000 more
I don't want
Pikachu's
them
on the shelves.
I don't want them to do it.
Everything else is gonna be
I
vapor.
don't want them to do it.
Something's coming. I just don't know what it is. There's no way that they're staying this quiet with Pokemon. No, there's gonna be Pokemon amiibo cards. Something has to be coming.
Or they make like this. Maybe they'll just do like
They're not
the
gonna launch-
starters.
They're not going to launch Pokemon games though without amiibos. Like it might happen, but there's some kind of Pokemon picture in the future heavily with amiibos. That's all I have to say. Because why would they not?
They already would have made it with Pokemon Tournament.
Well, they did. You got your Shadow amiibo card.
Yeah, it's nothing.
I know, but still.
Do you think they're doing cards, not figures? What if they did like a three starters? Or no, this
I
is
don't
gonna
know.
be the 3-pack. It's gonna be the 3 evolutions of the starters,
Mhm.
all 3.
So 3-pack?
So like 9 figures.
Yeah. They might as well do the legendaries then too. But now the question is, what are they going to do in game? And now we see them as more as figures, but they are like a whole Nintendo Toys to Life NFC chip. And then I remember Nintendo saying that they're not going to do like, if you buy this Pokemon, you get the Mega Stone of that. Let's say you buy the Aloha version of Sandshrew, it's not going to give you that
Those would be
in
cool.
the game.
I want my Executor like amiibo. It's like this big.
That would be good, like Mega Yarn Yoshi box style.
Oh my god.
What about Mega Yarn Executor Aloha version? That'd be good. But
My
I don't know.
jaw dropped.
Nice. But no, that's interesting. I'm very curious to see what they're going to do with Amiibo and Pokemon
Mhm.
in the future. I'm surprised that they're still keeping so quiet about it or not doing anything with these games.
I don't
as
think
of right
they're
now.
going to.
I wouldn't be amazed, but I would love to see just if next update was, hey, some people are finding these cards and weird stuff, and next thing you know, Pokemon Amiibo cards for this game. It's over. Burn all the money in your wallet, because consider it gone. Flush it
There's
down.
nothing in it to begin with.
I know. But yeah, guys, so let us know what you think about these new games. What you want to see. Pokemon Amiibo cards. How's that going to be? All that kind of good stuff. So yeah, hey, we'll be back with more content. Thanks for watching, guys.
Thank you.
We'll see you.
Yep.